All right, let's jump right in. You know those little sensors in buildings? For years, we've kind of just seen them as simple tools, things that turn the lights on when you walk in or tweak the thermostat. But a huge regulatory shift is happening right now, and it's turning these humble little devices into something absolutely critical for business. Today, we're going to break down exactly how.
And it really all starts with this one number, 50,000. By 2026, that's how many organizations around the world are going to be legally required to report their environmental and social impact because of a new directive. And let me be clear, this isn't some friendly suggestion. It's a fundamental change in the rules of the game.
People are calling this the great ESG wake-up call, and for good reason. For decades, you could get by on good intentions and, some rough estimates for your sustainability reports. But those days are over. The new era of environmental, social, and governance, or ESG compliance, is here. And it's all about hard, cold data.
So what's driving all this? It's a regulation called the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, or CSRD for short. Now, what's so different about this one is its absolute insistence on precision. It's not asking for your best guess on energy use. It demands exact, provable, auditable measurements.
And here's the kicker. This is where things get really tough for a lot of companies. A massive 83% are saying that just collecting this data is their single biggest challenge. Simply put, they don't know how to get the right numbers. So this challenge is basically forcing everyone's hand. It's pushing us to move away from the old way of managing buildings, which was really just a lot of guesswork. We're now shifting to a model that demands proactive intelligence, and that intelligence has to be fueled by real-time information. Yeah, this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old school approach. Waiting for someone to complain it's too cold, doing your scheduled walkthroughs, basically just reacting to problems after they happen. But on the right, that's the new way, using live data to see problems coming and constantly optimizing everything. It's a completely different philosophy.
I mean, think about it for a second. Without that constant stream of data, how do you really know what's going on inside your building right now? How do you know the air quality is dropping in a meeting room or that a critical pump is about to break down? Are you just waiting for the bad news? That's the core problem with the old model.
And the stakes here? They are enormous. Get this, buildings are responsible for a whopping 40% of all global energy consumption. In this new ESG era, being inefficient on that scale isn't just wasteful anymore. It's a massive financial risk and a huge red flag for regulators. Okay, so how do we get the intelligence we need to deal with all this? Well, the solution is actually pretty cool. We have to give our buildings a nervous system. We have to give them a set of digital senses so they can tell us what's happening second by second.
And I absolutely love this metaphor. Thinking of sensors as a digital nervous system is perfect. They really are the eyes, the ears, the nerve endings for your entire facility. They give you that constant feedback, turning what was just a passive structure of brick and mortar into a smart, intelligent environment.
Let's start with a really basic but incredibly powerful example. Occupancy sensors. All these little gadgets do is one simple thing. They detect if people are in a room. That's it. Sounds simple, right? But believe me, that one little piece of data is a complete game changer.
Because once you know whether a space is being used or not, suddenly everything changes. You can immediately stop wasting tons of energy heating and cooling empty rooms. You can start optimizing your actual office footprint, which shrinks your carbon emissions. You can even use that data to improve safety and well-being. It's amazing.
And the proof is right here in the numbers. That bar on the left, that's the huge amount of waste you get from a dumb, scheduled HVAC system. But look at the bar on the right. That's what happens when your HVAC is smart enough to know nobody's there. You can slash that energy consumption by up to 40%. That is a huge, measurable win you can take straight to your ESG report.
All right, let's look at another key sensor. These are vibration sensors. Think of them like a stethoscope that you attach to your most critical equipment, like your big HVAC units and pumps. They're basically listening to the heartbeat of the machine, and they can detect tiny, tiny changes that tell you a problem is starting, long before it becomes a total disaster.
And the business case for this? It's a total no-brainer. Seriously, when a big piece of HVAC equipment fails, you could be looking at a bill for $5, $10, even $15,000 in emergency repairs, not to mention the costly downtime. A little vibration sensor that could have prevented it, it costs around $200. This is the very definition of working smarter, not harder.
So, we've seen how the technology works, but now let's get to the good stuff, right? The results. The return on this investment isn't just about checking a box for compliance. We are talking about real,
tangible gains for your bottom line and your building's performance.
First up, energy costs. By using real-time data to optimize how systems run, companies are consistently seeing a 20 to 30% reduction in their energy bills. That's real money.
Next, let's talk maintenance. By predicting when a machine is going to fail before it actually breaks, companies are cutting those expensive reactive maintenance costs by an average of 25%.
And here's one you might not expect. It actually impacts people, too. By creating a more optimized environment, with better air quality, the right temperature, businesses are seeing a 6 to 9% increase in how productive their people are.
And this all leads to this incredible concept called the dual return. This table sums it up beautifully. Every investment you make pays you back in two different ways. When you reduce your energy use, you save money and you shrink your carbon footprint for that ESG report. Predictive maintenance cuts your costs and it makes your expensive assets last longer. It is the ultimate win-win.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds amazing, but it also sounds really complex and overwhelming. But the good news is, the path to get there is actually pretty clear and structured.
You can really think of it as a three-phase approach that takes about a year. You start with assessment and planning, just figuring out where you are and identifying the biggest opportunities. Then you move on to building out that core sensor infrastructure. And finally, you integrate everything with more advanced, AI-powered systems that can automate all the optimization and reporting for you.
So when you boil it all down, it comes to this. This shift to data-driven, intelligent buildings, it's not an if anymore, it's a when. It's happening. The regulations are here, the market is demanding it, so the only real question left to ask is, are you going to lead this transformation, or are you going to be left behind trying to catch up?